pretty bumpy.
So Katie was in the air for 2 hours longer than she should have been today. But we are so pleased to have you with us tonight, Katie.
Oh, well, thank you. There were plenty of snacks, so I was fine.
Katie has agreed to reverse the tables tonight, and I'll start off by asking a few questions, but then we will invite you in the Dakota Dome to go to either of the 3 microphones in the aisles. I'll just ask a few questions because we want to allow as much time as we can for questions from the audience. Katie, clearly the job that you have today at CBS is much different than the job you assumed 3 years ago. I think in many ways you have rewritten the job description for the anchor position. You're not only the anchor of the CBS Evening News, you're also a correspondent for 60 Minutes. I think you have your own YouTube channel now. Just a few weeks ago you started a weekly web show. I know you interviewed Hugh Jackman this week, I believe.
Yeah.
You Twitter. I actually, she sent a tweet today. Any of you who want to check your Blackberries, she tweeted about South Dakota today. I hope you said something nice.
I said I was very excited. I'm going to South Dakota for the first time, but as I said earlier, I didn't want to say I'm getting an award because that sounded really conceited. So someone else can tweet that.
And you know, somebody retweet that, would you please? No, I thought I had a lot of friends on Facebook. I have about 700. I checked. You have 42,000. So you're in a different league than I have. But Katie, where do you get your energy? And aren't you exhausted? How do you and your staff keep up with that kind of pace?
It's hard, honestly. But my name is Katie, and I'm addicted to work. Hi, Katie. But I love what I do, and I think it's really important. As many of the students here know, the world of media and the way people consume news is changing at breakneck speed. And I want to be a part of the revolution, to be honest with you. So I've tried to expand my reach to new media, doing a web show every week. I interview Glenn Beck and then Barry Diller and Tina Brown, and most recently Hugh Jackman, which, believe me, that was such a chore. But so I wanted to sort of be involved in that, and I have a lot of diverse interests. So doing a piece on Sunday morning about Madeleine Albright's pen collection and what it signaled to various foreign leaders, and doing a piece on epilepsy for 60 Minutes, or on Andre Agassi, 2 pieces I'm working on this fall. When I'm presented with these opportunities, they're so exciting to me, and they're all different formats. And I love the CBS Evening News, and as I said, I'm so proud of it, but sometimes it doesn't allow me to quite be myself.
Your web show is an interview.
Yes, the web show is just a strict interview. But I did a lot of webcasts during the conventions and after some of the primaries, because I'm jealous of 24-hour news in some ways, because they have all the time in the world. Sometimes it's actually a disadvantage because it starts to sound like Newsmax. But I'd love to have more time to delve into issues. So since we don't have a 24-hour cable operation, the internet provides some pretty invaluable real estate.
Well, you are called upon to cover so many different things. You talked about the in-depth coverage this week of Afghanistan. How do you stay current? You asked the former governor of Alaska what she reads. What do you read?
I knew you were going to ask me that.
You did?
Yeah. Anything and everything. No. I try to read as much as I can. I read, obviously, the major newspapers, the New York Times, the Wall Street Journal, USA Today, every day, and where's Al? I try to get different points of view from the National Review. There's something called The Week, which is a great magazine that really sort of synthesizes or synopsis of all the news of the week. I check out different websites.
The newspapers you read, are you reading them online?
I actually read them in front of me, like the old-fashioned way. Yeah. Bad habit. old habits die hard. Sometimes I look on the internet. I'm lucky because I do have terrific researchers. So I might say, hey, I missed the column David Brooks wrote about the X, Y, or Z, or can you get me this? Because I am running around doing a lot of things, and sometimes it's hard for me to read every article in every paper. But, and obviously our newscasts and planning the newscast helps me keep abreast of everything that's going on, because we talk about so many different news events, and because it's only 22 minutes, they can't all end up on the show. So that's a great way to stay informed as well, obviously.